Though you believe that the world's best-selling car company didn't actually begin by building cars? It may sound unbelievable, but it's true. Long before Toyota became a global symbol of quality, durability, and reliability, it was nothing more than a small textile machinery workshop in Japan. There were no vehicle assembly lines, no engines, and no world-famous automotive engineers. Instead, there was a humble inventor and mechanic with a passion for innovation and a dream of making life easier for hardworking people. That one man's vision laid the foundation for an empire that would eventually transform the global automotive industry. So what inspired a company that specialized in textile machinery to enter the automobile business at a time when Western automakers dominated the world? Who made the bold decision to take such an enormous risk? And how did a small Japanese company grow into one of the largest and most respected car manufacturers on earth, selling millions of vehicles every year? In today's journey, we'll travel back more than a century to uncover the remarkable story behind Toyota. From visionary pioneers and daring decisions to historic turning points that changed the course of the automotive industry, you'll discover how one small company from Japan became a name recognized and respected around the world. To understand why Toyota became one of the greatest automobile manufacturers in history, we have to travel back to Japan in 1867. That was the year Sakichi Toyoda was born in a small village in Shizuoka Prefecture. He grew up in a humble family that made its living through carpentry and farming. Life was simple, but it was also incredibly demanding. As a young boy, Sakichi watched his mother and many of the women in his village spend countless hours weaving fabric by hand on traditional looms. It was exhausting, repetitive work that required tremendous physical effort. Seeing their daily struggle inspired a simple but powerful question in his mind. Could machines do this work instead of people? Unlike many of his contemporaries, Sakichi refused to accept the technological limitations of his time. He devoted years to studying mechanical engineering, experimenting with new designs, and constantly improving traditional weaving machines. His journey was filled with setbacks and failures, but he never gave up. Between the 1892 and 1926, Sakichi secured numerous important patents and invented automatic looms capable of detecting broken threads and stopping automatically before defective fabric could be produced. It was a revolutionary breakthrough that transformed the textile industry. In 1926, Sakichi founded Toyoda Automatic Loom Works, a company dedicated to manufacturing advanced automatic weaving machines. No one could have imagined that this small machinery company would eventually become the foundation of what we now know as Toyota. But Sakichi's greatest legacy wasn't just his inventions. It was the manufacturing philosophy he passed on to future generations. Quality must be built into the product from the very beginning, and defects should never be accepted. This philosophy would later become the cornerstone of the world-famous Toyota production system. While Sakichi dedicated his life to perfecting textile machinery, his son, Kiichiro Toyoda, dreamed of something entirely different. Growing up during the dawn of the automotive age, Kiichiro believed that automobiles would become far more than a means of transportation. They would drive the economic development of entire nations. He traveled extensively to Europe and the United States, studying modern automobile factories and learning from the industry's leading manufacturers. Those journeys convinced him that Japan could no longer rely on imported vehicles. If the country wanted to compete with the world's industrial powers, it had to build its own automobiles. In the early 1932, despite the family's successful textile machinery business, Kiichiro boldly proposed investing in automobile manufacturing. Many considered the idea reckless. At that time, Japan had virtually no established automobile industry, while American companies like Ford and General Motors dominated the global market. Competing against such industrial giants seemed almost impossible. After Sakichi passed away in 1930, Kiichiro continued pursuing the dream he had already begun developing. Part of the money earned from selling the patent rights to Sakichi's automatic loom technology was invested in automotive research and engine development. That decision marked one of the most significant turning points in the company's history. The transformation from a textile machinery manufacturer into an automobile company. In 1933, Toyota Automatic Loom Works officially established its automotive division. For the first time, the company's engineers began designing engines, developing chassis, and learning the complex process of automobile manufacturing. Starting almost from scratch, they carefully disassembled foreign-made vehicles to understand their engineering while developing technologies suited to Japan's own needs. After 2 years of relentless research and development, 1935 saw the debut of the Toyota A1, the company's very first prototype passenger car. Although it was influenced by Western automobile designs, the A1 proved that Japanese engineers were capable of designing and building their own automobiles. It was a historic achievement that paved the way for mass production. Recognizing the enormous potential of the automobile industry, Toyota Motor Corporation was officially established in 1937 as an independent company, separating from the family's textile machinery business. Few people could have imagined that this historic decision would begin a journey lasting decades, a journey filled with economic crises, technological challenges, and bold leadership. Yet it was during the years between 1867 and 1937 that Toyota's core values were forged: an unwavering commitment to quality, continuous innovation, and relentless perseverance. Those principles remain deeply embedded in every Toyota vehicle built around the world today. When Toyota Motor Corporation was officially established in 1937, no one could have imagined that just a few years later, the world would be plunged into one of the deadliest conflicts in human history. World War I completely changed the fate of Japan's industrial sector. During the war, Toyota primarily manufactured military trucks to support Japan's war effort. But when the war ended in 1945, the country was left in ruins. Factories had been destroyed, the economy had collapsed, raw materials were scarce, and demand for automobiles had nearly disappeared. Toyota found itself on the brink of bankruptcy as sales plummeted and the company struggled with severe financial shortages. By 1950, Toyota was facing one of the greatest financial crises in its history. The company was forced to restructure its operations, cut costs, and make a series of painful decisions just to survive. For many businesses, this would have marked the end. But for Toyota, it became the beginning of a revolutionary new way of thinking about manufacturing. Company leaders realized they could never compete with American automakers through size or financial power alone. Instead, they chose a different path: building vehicles of exceptional quality, with fewer defects and greater efficiency than any of their competitors. From the 1952 through the 1980, Toyota gradually perfected what would become known as the Toyota Production System, or TPS. More than just a manufacturing process, TPS evolved into a management philosophy that transformed the global automotive industry. It was built around two fundamental principles. The first was just-in-time, producing exactly what was needed, when it was needed, to eliminate unnecessary waste. The second was jidoka, which allowed machines, or even workers, to stop the production line immediately whenever a defect was detected, preventing faulty products from moving any further down the line. What made Toyota truly different was its attitude toward mistakes. The company never viewed stopping the production line as a failure. Instead, it saw every interruption as an opportunity to protect quality. Even the smallest defect was carefully analyzed to identify its root cause and prevent it from ever happening again. This mindset became one of the key reasons Toyota earned its worldwide reputation for reliability and durability. Over time, universities, manufacturers, and multinational corporations around the world studied Toyota's management philosophy and adapted it to industries ranging from electronics and aerospace to healthcare and logistics. While continuously refining its manufacturing system, Toyota also focused on developing vehicles that met the needs of a wide variety of customers. In 1951, the company introduced the Toyota Land Cruiser, a rugged off-road vehicle that quickly became famous for its ability to perform in some of the harshest environments on Earth. Whether crossing scorching deserts, navigating dense tropical forests, or climbing steep mountain trails, the Land Cruiser proved that a vehicle could be both powerful and exceptionally dependable. In 1966, Toyota launched another model that would change automotive history: the Toyota Corolla. Originally designed as a compact family car, the Corolla won customers over with its practical design, outstanding fuel economy, low maintenance costs, and remarkable reliability. Generation after generation, it became one of the best-selling automobiles of all time, with tens of millions of units sold across the globe. Not long afterward, the Toyota Hilux further strengthened Toyota's reputation. Known for its incredible toughness, heavy-duty capability, and ability to withstand extreme conditions, the Hilux became the pickup truck of choice for farmers, construction workers, humanitarian organizations, and adventurers alike. Its legendary durability reinforced Toyota's image as a manufacturer that placed quality and reliability above everything else. Yet Toyota refused to rely solely on the success of its traditional vehicles. As environmental concerns grew and fuel prices continued to rise, the company's engineers began searching for a new solution. After years of research and development, Toyota introduced the Prius in 1997, the world's first mass-produced hybrid passenger car. It was a historic breakthrough, combining a gasoline engine with an electric motor to dramatically reduce fuel consumption and lower emissions. At the time, many industry experts doubted that hybrid technology would ever succeed. Some believed consumers would never trust such a radically different powertrain. But Toyota remained committed to its long-term vision. As the years passed, the Prius proved that hybrid vehicles could be not only fuel efficient but also highly reliable and practical for everyday driving. Its success marked the beginning of a new era in the automotive industry, establishing Toyota as the global pioneer in hybrid technology and laying the foundation for the company's future advancements in electric vehicles and hydrogen-powered transportation. The year 1997 marked far more than the launch of the Toyota Prius, the world's first mass-produced hybrid passenger car. It also marked the beginning of an entirely new chapter in Toyota's history. From that moment on, Toyota was no longer simply a Japanese automaker. It gradually evolved into a truly global corporation, with manufacturing operations on nearly every continent and the trust of millions of customers worldwide. What's remarkable is that this success wasn't built on a single vehicle. It was the result of a long-term strategy that had been carefully developed over decades. One of the most important factors behind Toyota's rise to the top was the expansion of its global manufacturing network. Instead of building vehicles only in Japan and exporting them around the world, Toyota established production facilities in countries such as the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, France, Thailand, Indonesia, China, India, Brazil, South Africa, and many others. This strategy reduced transportation costs, allowed the company to respond more quickly to local market demand, and created hundreds of thousands of jobs worldwide. It also enabled Toyota to adapt its vehicles to the driving conditions, climate, and customer preferences of each region. At the same time, Toyota built one of the most diverse automotive portfolios in the industry. The company didn't focus solely on everyday drivers. It also expanded into the luxury, commercial, and specialty vehicle markets. The launch of Lexus allowed Toyota to compete directly with Europe's premium luxury brands, offering a unique combination of advanced technology, exceptional reliability, and refined comfort. Meanwhile, Toyota models such as the Corolla, Camry, RAV4, Hilux, Land Cruiser, and Yaris served a wide range of customers, from families and business professionals to off-road enthusiasts and commercial users. This broad lineup enabled Toyota to compete successfully in nearly every major segment of the global automotive market. Yet Toyota's greatest strength has never been the number of models it offers. Its true advantage lies in its reputation for quality. Over the course of several decades, Toyota earned worldwide recognition for building vehicles that are dependable, durable, and economical to own. Many Toyota vehicles have been known to travel hundreds of thousands, even more than 1 million kilometers with proper maintenance. That's one of the main reasons customers across the globe consistently view Toyota as one of the most trustworthy automotive brands. In addition, Toyota vehicles typically retain their value better than many competitors. Even after years of use, many Toyota models continue to command strong resale prices, reflecting both the quality of the products and the lasting confidence customers place in the brand. While many automakers hesitated in the face of changing market trends, Toyota continued investing heavily in the future. Building on the success of the Prius, the company steadily expanded its lineup of hybrid vehicles, making them more efficient, more powerful, and more accessible to everyday drivers. At the same time, Toyota invested in battery electric vehicles while also pursuing another ambitious technology, hydrogen fuel cells. In 2014, Toyota introduced the Mirai, one of the world's first commercially available hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. The Mirai demonstrated that Toyota was thinking far beyond the present, preparing for the transportation and energy challenges of the decades ahead. While different manufacturers chose different technological paths, Toyota remained committed to developing multiple solutions simultaneously in order to meet the diverse needs of customers around the world. The success of this long-term strategy is reflected in Toyota's global sales. Throughout much of the 21st century, Toyota has consistently ranked among the world's highest-selling automobile manufacturers. Every year, millions of vehicles bearing the Toyota badge are delivered to customers across hundreds of countries and territories. But this success is not simply the result of large production volumes. It is also driven by Toyota's ability to maintain remarkably consistent quality standards across every factory in the world. Whether a vehicle is assembled in Japan, the United States, Thailand, or another country, Toyota applies the same rigorous quality control principles to ensure customers receive a product they can depend on. Perhaps Toyota's greatest legacy extends beyond the automobiles themselves. The company has fundamentally changed the way manufacturers around the world think about production. The Toyota production system has become a subject of study at universities and business schools, while organizations across industries, from electronics and aerospace to healthcare and logistics, have adopted its principles to reduce waste, improve efficiency, and raise quality standards. Toyota's influence has grown far beyond the automotive industry, becoming a global benchmark for operational excellence, innovation, and continuous improvement. Looking back on Toyota's journey from 1997 to the present, it's clear that the company did not become one of the world's leading automakers simply because of its size or sales volume. Its true strength lies in its unique combination of uncompromising quality, relentless innovation, long-term vision, and a philosophy of continuous improvement. Those enduring values have allowed Toyota to remain at the forefront of the automotive industry for generations and continue to stand as one of the most respected and influential automotive brands in the world. Few could have imagined that a small textile machinery workshop in Japan would one day become one of the greatest automotive companies in human history. From the groundbreaking inventions of Sakichi Toyoda to the bold vision of Kiichiro Toyoda, and decades of relentless innovation and continuous improvement, Toyota has proven that true success is never built on luck. It is built on perseverance, discipline, and an unwavering commitment to becoming better every single day. What truly sets Toyota apart is not only its reliable vehicles or cutting-edge technology, but also a philosophy that has been preserved across generations. Continuously improve, never compromise on quality, and always create long-term value for customers. Perhaps that's exactly why, despite more than 80 years of dramatic changes in the automotive industry, Toyota remains one of the most trusted and respected automotive brands in the world. But Toyota's story is far from over. As the world enters a new era of electric vehicles, artificial intelligence, and autonomous driving, Toyota continues investing heavily in next-generation technologies that will shape the future of transportation. Will Toyota maintain its position as one of the industry's leaders for decades to come? Or will a new competitor rewrite the rules of the game? Only time will tell. If you enjoy learning about automotive history, the untold stories behind the world's most famous car brands, and the technologies transforming the future, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our upcoming documentaries. Now we'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let us know which country you're watching from and tell us which car brand is your favorite. Toyota, Honda, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Ford, or another manufacturer. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you found this video interesting, please share it with your friends and fellow car enthusiasts so more people can discover the fascinating stories behind the world's greatest automotive brands. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video, where we'll uncover even more incredible stories, innovations, and hidden secrets from the world of automobiles.